guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you enjoyed last week's Christmas look video because we're going to be continuing on that series today. So in today's Christmas holiday look, we're going to be doing more of a blue ice type of vibe. I would be lying if I said this wasn't heavily inspired from Frozen. I love Frozen. So yes, this is inspired by Elsa. So starting off with the eyes today, I do already have my eyes primed and I'm going to be going in with my Morphe X James Charles palette here because it's got all the colors in it. I don't have these colors anywhere else, so we're just going to keep using it. So I'm going to be sticking in this range mostly, and then I have this Bare Minerals shadow here in the shade Monday, and I might dab that on top. Now I want to go for a halo eye today. I don't know why, I just do. So I'm going to be doing a halo look. I might have to mix some of the blues with this white to make them exactly how I want them, but we're just going to see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. So I'm going to go in with the white shade called Flashback, and I'm going to be using my Real Techniques domed shadow brush and just put that all over the outside of my lid. Kind of just put it everywhere actually, all the way up to my brow bone. And this is just going to help soften all the blues out. So for an halo eye, for those of you who don't know, it's basically color here, and then you have like a spotlight halo right here of the shimmer shade. So it's a little bit of a different look than what I'm used to doing, but they're still really pretty. So next I'm going to mix the shade Playground here with a little bit of that white, and I'm just going to mix the two together to start creating my halo shape. So I'm just taking that shade and kind of creating my halo right here. So see how we're bringing the color in as well here, not just focusing it on the outside like I normally do. And just mixing it with the white makes it show up a little lighter so that we can get more of that icy blue lightness that I'm looking for. So I'm just dusting off the first brush that we use. Just dusting that brush off so that I can blend the two together. As always, I forgot to zoom you in. The rest of this will be zoomed in. Okay, zoomed in now. Eventually, I'll start remembering that. Eventually. Not yet. So next I'm just going to go in straight with that shade Playground on the same brush. You can see it's much brighter now. And I'm just going to tap it in closer to the center and keep it lower on my eye. Don't worry too much about this area where we're going to put the glitter because I'm going to do a cut crease there. Now, I know I said to use my techniques from the Eyeshadow in 7 Steps tutorial that I did a couple weeks back. So I know I'm doing a different shape here, but if you want to use those same steps still, you can just not do a halo eye and just use it and focus it on the outside instead. So I do want to keep my eyes kind of light, like I don't want to make them too dark with like blacks or anything, but I do want to add a little bit more definition. So I'm just going to mix this shade that we've been using Playground here, and I'm going to mix it with a bit of Cola just to deepen out right beside where I'm going to be putting that shimmer. And we're on a roll with this brush, so why change now? I just have it mostly on the side of the brush, not so much on the point, because I'm going to lay it flat down. And I'm just using patting motions here to blend the shades together. Using blending right on the top there. Because you're trying to kind of build a bridge around where you're going to put the glitter there. So bridge foundation here, and just the bridge right over the center. I don't know if that makes any sense. And I'm just going to use that same brush and blend the edges right out. You can definitely see all the fallout with this one, which is why we're always doing our eyes first. So once I'm happy with that, I'm just going to go back in with that same brush I used at the very beginning and blend out the edges. And I'm just going to take a tiny bit more of that white and kind of buff it right along the edge to try and lighten up that blue even more. And then using that same brush there, I'm just kind of defining the edges a little more. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with my 16-hour Camo Concealer from e.l.f. Just take a little bit of that on the back of my hand, as well as my e.l.f. concealer brush, and just take a little bit of that. Now if you have a white eyeshadow primer, that would be great for right now. I'm basically just loading up my brush and going to swipe it right where I want that spotlight to be. Just like that. Just trying to make them as even as possible. So once I have the basic shape down, I'm just going to go in with a clean finger and try and pat out the edges a little bit. This will also just pick up any excess product. Blend it into the shadow a little more. So you can see sort of a difference there. So I'm just going to tap over that with this shade right here, and it's called Hello. Hello. You say goodbye and I say hello. Hello, hello. So I'm just going to use my Sonia Kashuk small eyeshadow brush for that and load it up on the brush. Again, because we did our eyes first, we don't have to worry about fallout. And just pack it on. Can't do it with the brush, I'm doing it with my finger. So you can see how we just focused it right in the center of the eye. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with that initial brush that we were using and take that same formula of the two shades mixed together, the darker two, and I'm just going to pat that right over top of the blend, just so that it all blends together again. And then we're just going to go right over the top, create that bridge. Okay, so then right in the center, I'm going to take my Bare Minerals Monday shade and just pop it right on the middle. This is the ice that I wanted. So I'm just going to tap it right down the center of my eye. So now just using a micellar water and a cotton pad, I'm just going to clean all that up. I want to clean it all up. Now I did clean it up to a sharp edge there, but I'm going to go back and buff it into a more rounded shape once I've got the rest of my makeup on, because I want it to be a little bit more soft. So I'm just going to do my concealer really quick so I can finish up my lower lash line while I have us zoomed in. So just using that same e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer and my sponge, Real Techniques blending sponge. I'm just going to blend it all out. Okay, so now for the lower lash line, I'm going to be taking my waterproof extreme lasting eyeliner from Essence in the shade Silky Nude and just popping that right on the lower lash line. And I'm just going to carry the same shades down below. So using the same brush, and just blending it into that outer corner so that it kind of creates a full rounded effect. I'm just going to use the Body Shop eyeshadow brush that I have and go back in with the shade Playground and just put that closer into the lash line. And I'm just going to use that domed brush there to blend everything together on the corners, just to help make sure it's nice and soft. I'm also going to take a little bit of that white shade at the very beginning and just pop it right on the inside to help brighten everything up because it got a little dark. Okay, for lashes, I'm going to go for more of a wispy look. So I'm using my Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara. That's what I like about this mascara, is it doesn't add a whole lot of volume, but it adds a lot of length. So it can keep your eyes looking a little bit more doughy. Okay, so that's it for the eyeshadow now. I'm going to zoom you guys out and we can move on to the skin. Okay, so for foundation today, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth in the shade 110 Porcelain, if there's any left in here. That's a hard maybe. So I'm just going to dab it out onto my sponge. Oh no, there's some. I've had it upside down for a while. And I'm just making sure it's all pressed in really nicely. Man, all my products are running out. My L'Oreal foundation ran out, my Maybelline foundation ran out, my concealer's running out. That sounds like a shopping trip to me. So to get around the corners of my eye, I'm just going to blend outward with my finger. Just trying to keep it from getting in there, but so that there's still makeup there. That is the one downside of doing your eyes first. And now that that's done, I'm just going to dust off that same 506 brush and just blend it out once more, so that it feels like and looks like it's over top of the foundation. Okay, so for bronzer, I'm going to be using my Too Faced Beauty Wishes and Sweet Kisses palette in this bronzer shade here, Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. And I'm just using that with my Real Techniques blush brush. I'm just putting that a little bit higher up on my cheeks because it kind of adds to the cute elf look that we're going for. Cute elf. That's what I'm doing. Cute winter elf. So again, just pulling it higher up on the cheekbones. Or I guess the cheeks, as we don't have cheekbones over here. Now I'm going to be using this Tarte palette here. It is the Pinup Girl palette, and there's no names on any of them, but I'm going to be using this middle shade here, so just any light pink shade will work for this. Normally I don't go for this kind of color too much because it kind of washes me out, but it's the vibe I'm going for to be a cute winter elf. And again, I'm just placing that high up on my cheekbones so that we kind of look like frost kissed. And apparently putting the world's most blush on. I'm just going to take a powder brush and blend that out a little bit. It just has leftover powder on it. Okay, and I'm just going to dust over my nose. And going in with the MUA Shimmering Highlighter Powder in Pink Shimmer. And I'm just going to be using my PS highlighting brush for that. And it's okay if you just put it right over top of where I put that blush. And this is just going to add some more iciness to the skin. And now we can move on to lips. So I'm just going to be going in with this light pink lipstick. It is the Superstay Matte Ink from Maybelline in the shade Dreamer. Again, not a shade I would normally use, but when the look calls for it. I'm going to go in with my Bare Minerals Gen Nude in the shade Darling. It's actually spelled Darling, so I get to say it obnoxiously. And this is just a gloss, and it'll add a little bit less baby pink. Okay, and after I'm still not happy with how that looks, I'm going to take my Buxom lip gloss in the shade White Russian and go over top of it. These lip glosses can quite literally save everything. Okay, so now that all my makeup is done, I'm going to be going in with my Catrice Illuminating Prime and Fine Setting Spray and just put that all over. Okay, and that is the final look completed. I hope you all enjoyed today's look. I don't know who decided that blue was going to become a Christmas color, but I'm here for it. I like it. I do like it. I love how this look turned out. I think it's absolutely stunning. So if you've been enjoying this series, make sure to tune in next Sunday for the final installment of the holiday makeup looks. If you did like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up down below. You can also hit the subscribe button if you want to see a new video here every single Sunday. Also, you can click the little bell icon beside the subscribe button if you want to be notified whenever I upload. I hope you guys are all having a really great day, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye!